just can't stop thinking about you.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing well. Happy Tuesday. I had to actually get some time to squeeze in this video because I had a lot of you guys asking me to kind of do like a, not so much a Q&A, but just to let y'all know a little bit more about me and some things that I'm into and what I like as a family, a woman, all of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead on and get into it. So I have my computer sitting right here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. It was actually 200 questions that I had to pick from. I am not doing 200 because I don't want nobody knowing that much about me. But I just kind of picked a few things, different topics. And so it's not going to be your basic everyday questions that everybody kind of asks and answer. But a few of them may be. Okay. So we're going to go ahead on and jump into it. For those of you guys who are new, welcome. I hope you decide to stick around and just enjoy my family. I'm not a girly girl. I am not. I love to be pretty, but I'm not a girly girl. I am such a tomboy. And sometimes I be like, I think I'm supposed to have been born a boy because I love to hunt. I love to fish. I love to wrestle, basketball, football. Like I'm real tough and rough. I'm just not your typical put on some high heels. Y'all don't see me in a whole lot of pink. And I'm wearing this top today, but this isn't really pink. But I'm not that pinkish kind of girl. The only reason I really wear any kind of pink because I am a 2-time breast cancer survivor. So that's the only reason why. And my dad's sister lost her battle to it 2 years ago. But other than that, what is my go-to guilty pleasure? What is my go-to guilty pleasure? I would say binge watching Netflix. Anything on Netflix. I love a lot of those Afrocentric and like African style movies. I love NCIS, all of them. CSI Miami's, all of that stuff. Lord, I love that. I am a huge, I'm an addict to that. Y'all know which ones are my favorite. And while I'm watching it, I love to eat those little milk chocolate doves. And I love to drink chocolate milk. So that's like my biggest guilty pleasure. Give me that and I'm good. How old was I when I had my very first celebrity crush, and who was it? My very first celebrity crush was Stevie Wonder. I was 8 years old. I remember that. I will never ever forget that. And I was looking at something with my uncle Dago. His name is Philip. That's who Philip was named after. That's my mom's brother, but we called him Dago. That was my godfather and my uncle. And I was watching the Soul Train. I was watching Soul Train with him and my grandmother, and Stevie Wonder came out, and he had them braids with them beads. He wasn't bald in, but he had them braids and them beads, and it was something about him with that song like that got me back then. And my grandmother always said I had an old soul, so it was something about it and him back then, and I still love Stevie Wonder to this day, you guys. And then my second was Lionel Richie, and I was around the same age, and that's my mom's celebrity crush as well. So yeah, who is my now celebrity crush? I have two, Aaron Rodgers and T.I. I love. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers and T.I. I don't. If I have to explain why, I really can't. But those are my two celebrity crushes now. And like I said, I still love Lionel Richie and Stevie Wonder. But yeah, those are my two. Hey, that's Mom. Philip. Y'all know he does virtual learning and he's on break. So,
Mom.
Yeah.
Can I fix me something to eat?
Sure.
But before I do, can I have pizza gum?
Sure. Wash your hands. Was you outside?
Oh yeah.
In the kitchen. Go in the kitchen.
I was hitting those dunks.
Okay. I know, hit them dunks. There you go. We're going to play basketball later.
Yeah.
Don't ask me when. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers, Stevie Wonder. Aaron Rodgers and T.I.
Who's Aaron Rodgers?
Who was Aaron Rodgers?
The guy that won the game.
No, he went. He went, though, baby. He went.
What about Drew Reed? Is he retired?
No, we don't know yet. But we don't want to talk about that because it's going to make me sad. Go on close up. What is my favorite quote from a TV show, a movie, or a book? As far as the book is concerned, I would have to say the Bible. I love a whole lot of quotes out of the Bible. And this is not so much a quote from the Bible, but it was a book that I read that had like a dialect from the Bible, and you take any and everything to God first before anyone else. So take it to God before anyone. But I have a lot of different quotes from the Bible or scriptures from the Bible that I love. As far as a movie, I would definitely have to say NCIS. It was Michael Weatherly, and he said, if I always do what I've always did, I will always get what I've always done. And when he said that, it hit home because of what I've been through in my life. And that was at the point when he was getting ready to soon leave the show. So I think that's one of my favorite from TV shows. Do I have a pet peeve? Yes. I have a lot of pet peeves. I have a lot, and I just got in my feelings just then. I have a lot of pet peeves. I hate for my kitchen to be messed up. I hate for people to leave a dish rag on the inside part of the sink, like stuff it down in there. And I'm very OCD, so a lot of this is gonna have to do with cleaning. I hate when I make my bed up and someone sits on it. And it's like I have chairs in here. So that's something that I'm kind of working on, because when I make it up, Jordan will sit back on the bed and it's like, girl, you're going to be married, so compromising. And I'm like, maybe we're going to have our own, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to say our own bedroom because, of course, we're married. But it's like, I think we're going to have a room so that when the bed is made and he want to go chill and sit down, he's going to have to go to the guest room or something, or the man cave and sit in there. Because it's like, that's a huge thing. Every time he get up and walk away, I heard him fix the bed. But I do that with my kids. I've always done that. Like, the kids have like this ongoing thing with me when they talk about me. So it's like cleaning up. It's like when I have to clean up certain things over and over, that's a pet peeve. I hate to hear when someone grits a fork or spoon, like the metal on their teeth when they're eating. It bothers me. I can't watch a lot of mukbangs unless they're eating with their fingers or plastic silverware, because that metal on their teeth, I can't, that like I can't, ooh, yeah, and I can't stand to smell body odor. Like I can't. Like I said, a lot of this stuff have to do with like oral hygiene and keeping stuff clean. Yeah, I can't. Oh, I will embarrass my children so quick, and Joy be like, no, I'll be like, no, I would rather me tell you than somebody else tell you. So yeah, that's a pet peeve. One thing that instantly makes my day better, just being around my family. Even when I'm having a rough day and it's them that's bothering me, they still make it better. And then, like I said, I take everything to God, so I pray even when it's my family getting on my nerves. What is my favorite meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner? All of them. I love to eat. And so all of them, I can't just choose one. When you were a kid, did you eat the crust on your sandwich or not? No, and I still don't. For me or Philip, I take our crust off. What activity instantly calms me? Playing basketball, singing, and writing, because I love to do all three. What is my favorite season and why? I would have to say spring and summer. I know a lot of people choose fall, but spring and summer is both of my favorite because I love to be outdoors. I'm a huge outdoors type person. What is my favorite type of exercise? I love yoga. I love doing yoga. I'm not a big cardio person because these things here, it keeps me kind of grounded. And so I love doing yoga. Yeah, because I'm very flexible. I may not look like it, but I am extremely flexible. Don't let this size fool you though. What is my most used phone app? YouTube. All of my YouTube stuff because I record on my phone. Would I rather cook or order in? I would rather cook. I love to cook. How do I take my coffee? It has to be yellow, like almost my pretty much my skin color with some sugar in it. I don't want it too sweet, but it has to have sugar. What is my most prized possession and why? Um, my children. And I know it's not really a possession, but my children are one thing that I'm most proud of because, for one, God blessed me with them, and for two, nurturing them, raising them, and nurturing them all as a single mom. That it hits when they become adults, and y'all that have adults know what I mean. Okay. Is there any products that I could not live without? Yes. The basics: toothpaste, feminine wash, soap, lotion, baby oil. I can't live without any of that. Because again, I'm a huge freak on cleanliness. Cleanliness. Um yeah, stuff like that. And alcohol. I have to have alcohol. Not drinking, but cleaning. Because if I don't have cleaning products, I can clean with alcohol. Like the isopropyl and stuff. So yeah, but any cleaning products, feminine wash, all that, I can't do without any of that. And hence that's why I said I'm not no girly girl because I can live without makeup and all that stuff. Do you have any exotic animals and pets? And if you could, if you could have any exotic animal or pet, what would it be? I would love to have, if I can have anything in the world, like any exotic pet, I would love to have a lion. And I'm a Leo. I am a Leo. So I would love to have a lion. And I don't know if they would consider that an exotic pet, but I would love to have my own lion. Um, what would be the first thing that you do if you won the lottery? First thing I would do, I would have to thank the Lord and do a whole praise dance. And I would take care of my mother and family first. Yeah. Um, and those two go together. Like I would thank God first and praise Him, and truly praise Him, and I would take care of my mother and family first. Have you ever had a side hustle or a thought about one? Actually, YouTube is my side hustle because it's not my main form of. It's not my main job. So with YouTube, since I have two channels, so I guess I have two side hustles. But so YouTube is kind of like my side hustle. What is the best career decision I've ever made? Doing nursing, going into nursing and getting my nursing degree. Yeah. What advice would I give my younger self as far as my career? Um, just enjoy every day of it. Just enjoy every day of what you do. And if it's your career, if it's what you know you want to do for the rest of your life, enjoy it and make it your own. But if it's your job and you're working for someone else and you know that's not what you're going to do every day, do just your job and don't do what you're not valued to do. Yeah. And that's what I tell my children. Because my kids put their all into their job and sometimes they put too much into it to where they're there around the clock and the owners are not there, especially with like small companies or private owned companies and stuff like mom and pop places. They won't be there and my kids are there all day every day and they're working themselves to the bone and they're only getting their paycheck. So I tell them that all the time. That is your job. That is not, you do not own that place. So what they pay you is what they value at. So you give them what they give you. Do I separate my work life from my home life? With my billing and coding, yes, I do. Because as far as that, when I'm on the clock, I'm on the clock. And if I have to stop to help my son, I pause it and I help my son, especially if it's something important. But if not, I'll ask him to wait. But I don't ever put my work life over my family. And I never will. Um, Are you looking forward to retiring or do you plan on working as long as possible? I want to work as long as possible. And me and Jordan talk about that all the time. Like because of what he does and how, with his finances and stuff, I wouldn't have to work but I want to work so we can have the best life possible for our family. But I told him, even if we were to hit the lottery or come into a whole lot of money doing whatever, whether real estate or whatever we do, I still want to work because I can't just sit home and not do anything. What does my family think about my career? Well, as far as like my in home, like my immediate family, they love both of what I do because, for one, they know I'm satisfied, I'm happy, I'm making the money that I want to make with my main job and with YouTube. They love it. My family, like, family, aunts, cousins, stuff like that, I'm not sure. I think at first they probably thought you tell too much of your business, but I don't think they really watched it to know that I don't share a lot of my business, because sharing a grocery haul is just sharing a grocery haul. Um, but I don't like share my personal business. I share what I know is gonna help someone. And so, but I don't know how they feel now. I know how they used to feel. I don't know how they feel now. But everyone is entitled to their own opinion and feelings. So I respect that. If I can do it all over again in my career, would I? Yes. Okay, family. How much time do I spend? How much time do I spend with my family? A lot. I love to spend a lot of time with my family. Were you close to your family growing up? Yes, and I'm still close to my family now. Who am I closest to and why in my family? And I'm not gonna say my children because that's obvious. But as far as like my family, when I was growing up, my cousin Denise and I were like inseparable. But as we got older and we have our families, we work and all of that, of course we're not as close as we used to be because of work and stuff. And then of course due to COVID. But I know at the end of the day, and she knows if anything happened or if somebody try to come for us, it's like immediate, like no time ever passed. Like no matter what we go through, at the end of the day, she's more of my sister than my cousin. And that's for as like cousins and stuff. My brother, he is my brother was more like kind of like my father to me, and yeah. And then my mama, like I said, my mom and my grandmother was always my best friend. Who in my immediate family would I describe as a character? Deontay and Talia. Definitely. Deontay and Talia. Because Deontay is like the next Bernie Mac, and Talia is definitely like, I would say, like, she's like Hattie. Oh my dear. Like, Talia is crazy. Like, that's the best I can describe her. She's like Hattie from Tyler Perry Plays, and Deontay is like Bernie Mac, hands down. Hands down, for real. He's the sweetest in the world and will give you the shirt off his back, but he will roast you. Um, oh, mm. How do you deal with arguments between family members? As far as like family, I stay out of it. And with my children, I pray for them. I pray, and I tell them that they're adults and they need to figure it out on their own. When they was younger, I used to discipline them, separate them, or make them just hug on each other all day, and they hated it. um, yes, They said if you have children, how do you want to raise them? Yes, y'all know I have children, and I raise them in God, in the Bible, like in their faith. I raise them in their faith, but I don't make them choose like a church home, like Methodist, Baptist, stuff like that. They was all baptized, but I don't make them decide what type of Christian faith they want to have, if that makes sense. If they want to be non-denominational or like just like a church home that's for everyone or whatever whatever that entails. I don't beat the Bible into them. I just install faith into them, and I let them choose their own way when they get older, as far as any denominations or any churches they want to attend and stuff like that, because that's very important to me. Like, you let them know God for themselves. If that makes sense. You let them study and know God for themselves. What is more important, family or friends? Family. Do you have friends that you consider family? Of course I do. Of course I do. If you my sister, my brother, my ride or die, you my family. Because I don't really like the term friends. Okay. Relationships. What is a relationship deal breaker for you? Cheating, infidelity. I know a lot of people will say that anyone can make mistakes and stuff like that, but a deal breaker to me in a relationship, a committed relationship, is infidelity. And the reason that I say that, so hear me out and listen, because I've been there, done that. I've been cheated on, I've been dogged out, walked over, and I forgave them. I stayed with them way too long. So I understand all that side of forgiveness and stuff. Yes. But I also know that I'm 43 years old, I'm not dealing with a child. So if you want to be with me and you come real and you tell me and we're in a committed relationship, a monogamous relationship, it should not be anyone else but us two that's in this relationship other than God first, right? So in saying that, if our communication is bad, we need to talk about it. Because if you start to seek advice or anything else from another woman or another man, and that goes for myself, that means it's a communication issue. It's a breakdown issue. And when you start to invest your time into getting intimate with someone else, and I don't mean sexually intimate, you can have an intimate conversation. You can be telling this person stuff about you. Then you're opening up ways for stuff to happen. And once you already went there and opened up that door to be vulnerable, you don't went too far and it's an issue. So we gonna have some issues, and if we can't fix it, we gotta go because I don't have time for that in my life anymore. So yeah, and Jordan and I are both on the same page with that, and so yeah.
What can I fix for my?
Oh, this child of mine. Sorry, y'all. I had to stop. I had to stop. Pause. Take a mama break. But those things just lying to me, and infidelity. Because voila, when you ain't got a lot of kick it, like they say, you ain't got a lot of kick it, Craig. You ain't got a lot of kick it. What makes me feel at peace? God. I say that over and over. He really does. Like the Lord just centers me and put me into my peace, and then going out on the beach and just seeing the beautiful water and the clouds, nature, stuff like that gets me in my peace. What was I most proud of in the last year? We dealt with COVID, we know that. But the fact that I got closer to God and I got more in my faith and was able to grow more in my peace and just center that peace, that makes me the most proud. Because everything else around me adjusted after that. Who do I most admire in this world? Um, my mother and my brother. Yeah, because my mother, of course, for obvious reasons, and my brother because he was more like a father to me. Like he really did help raise me. Um, and then my uncle Dago, which passed. But those are the people who I most admire and always wanted to be like. Um, I always said that I wanted to meet and marry somebody that had the qualities and traits of my brother, and I always wanted my sons to be like my brother. And thank the Lord they are. And I guess God knew my innermost thoughts and heart because Jordan is like a duplicate of my brother, hands down. So yeah. Uh, would you rather make more money doing a job you hate or less money doing a job you love? I would love to make less money doing a job that I love because money, even though we need it, it's not everything. I'm not gonna be miserable and have money. And I know people say money will make you happy, but child, not all of it. No, money can definitely be so evil. What personality trait am I most proud of? My heart, because I truly am a loving and giving person. Don't play me though. Don't play me. Don't take my kindness for weakness, but I am really a loving and generous person and forgiving. I am very forgiving, sometimes to a fault. Um, how has my perspective of this world changed over time? I think it's still evolving because I've seen prejudice, racism, prejudice of my own kind, and all of that. Um, And I've seen so much love, and I've seen how things in time change, and you know, just all of just everything. Yes.
I love you. I love you. Hi guys. Bye guys.
He keep coming in here. Okay. Um, what is the first thing you look for in a partner or a friend? Your heart. Your heart. What type of heart do you have? Are you loving, giving? Are you centered in your faith? It does not have to be the same faith I have, but do you know your faith and where it generates from? Are you a family person? Um, yeah, are you a family person? Do you care about people? Do you care? How can someone lose your trust? Pretty much like I said, same thing. You lie to me because you really don't have to lie to me. Always be honest. If you my friend and you love me, be honest with me. Because if you can't, if I'm doing wrong and you can't be honest and tell me that, then it'll put me in my place when I'm wrong. Then you really don't care about me. If you could instantly snap your fingers and make the world better, what would you do? Um, I think I would honestly want to get rid of abuse. Like, get rid of abuse, any form of abuse, emotional, physical, mental, all of that, because it can, depression can happen from that, rapes, molestation, any of that stuff. That would be something that that would be one of the things that I would do. um, Do I believe in second chances? Yes, I do. I do believe in second chances. I think that's why, like I said, I was always so giving and forgiving in relationships. I believe in second chances, but it depends on what you do to me. Because sometimes if you try to get a second chance, give a second chance, it'll cost you your life. So you have to know who and what you're giving that second chance to. Do you volunteer at all? Yes, I do. What line should someone never cross with you? Don't come for my children, and I mean like physically. Words don't bother us, but don't physically come and try to attack one of my children, my mother's, um, like my family, like that, my immediate family. Um, like I said, the words and stuff I don't worry about, but like that physical stuff, don't. No. How do you define beauty? Um, I just define beauty as inner beauty. Everyone, well, I can't say everyone because I have met people who are just so ugly on the inside and nothing you ever will do will make them happy, or they just so hateful and ugly on the inside. But as far as like beauty, it comes from the inside. It comes from your heart. It comes from who you are, your faith and stuff like that. And if it's good, it's gonna show on the outside. But if it's not, it's gonna show on the outside. Um, and outer beauty is all in the eye of the beholder. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. If they're a good person. But I love natural beauty. Yes, makeup and all of that stuff, and it accentuates certain things, but I love natural beauty. I'm a huge person of natural beauty. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I would love to live in Australia. I would love. That's one place. That's actually on my bucket list. Australia. I come back in my next life as an animal. What would it be? A dolphin. I would love to be a dolphin. Um, what would you title your memoir? Um, she's at peace. She's at peace. Do you hit the snooze button or wake up immediately? I wake up. What is the first thing I do in the morning? I talk to God. What is the last thing I do at night? I talk to God. Do you believe in conspiracy theories? No judgment. Yes, I do. To a certain extent, I do. At a party, where can someone find you? Sitting down. I'm sitting down watching people. Because I'm one of those people. You know how you got the people who like to be in the in crowd and on the floor and center of attention. I like to sit back and watch. I'm an observer. I love to observe. You find out more about people when you just sit back and observe. Who would you love to play a movie of your life? Um, let's see. Um, who I would love to play the movie of my life. Tika Sumter. Tika Sumter. Uh, yeah, Tika Sumter. It's just something about her because, and I know this is gonna sound weird because, and I don't even know how to say it. Like she's always who she is, and people judge because a lot of times as women, when we date or want to date outside of our race as a black woman, you kind of get looked at like she black. Why she with a white guy? And this is, I mean, I'm being honest. Like this is not no shade at anybody, but I'm just saying like from my experiences, right? Like especially growing up in Mississippi, when you're a black woman and you have interest in any other race but black, you get looked at from sometimes your black peers or family like, why does she want to date this white guy or Indian guy? And I say that because I've dated a white guy, I've dated an Indian guy, I've dated a Hispanic, I've dated an Asian guy, I've dated an Italian guy. And so when you get that, it's kind of like, was she too good to date a black guy? No, because my children fathers are black, right? Because like my children fathers are black. So, but at the same time, I've dated outside of my race multiple times, and you just get looked at. So I know like how I've heard her speak many times, and y'all know her husband is white, and they are so much in love with each other, and they deal with a whole lot, but they don't care. And even her roles, she'll date different people in every role she plays. She can be the tough girl. She can be the thug girl. She can be a pimp. She was Miss Obama. You know what I'm saying? She's played every single role, and there's still so many more roles she want to play. So I love and admire that about her because she's not afraid to be who she is and love who she loves and care about what she care about. And she's so naturally beautiful. She wear makeup for TV and stuff, but even when she's on social media, she's just so naturally beautiful. So she's one of those people that I would love to be to play me if I was famous. Yeah, and she's just real. She just seemed like one of the real cool chicks that I could vibe with for real. Yeah. Um, do you trust your own memory? Yes or no? Child, no, I don't trust my memory because half the stuff I can't. What's funny, I can remember stuff that happened a long, long time ago, but stuff that happened like 2 years ago is kind of sketchy. Like, you know, when was the last time I cried and why? Um, I cried the day of the inauguration. Um, I cried the day of the inauguration. That was the last time I cried. Nope, I take that back. I take that back. I did cry for the inauguration, but the last time I cried was Sunday, and today is Tuesday because I was listening to the Canton spirituals and those songs. I love those songs, like those old school songs that our grandmothers used to listen to and I used to listen to with them. I love those old spiritual songs. They hit and I can blast them and I be in here thanking the Lord and praising him and jumping and everything else, y'all. I'm serious. Yep. I'll go if I have to go by myself. Mm. Um, Oh, yes. It's called Ride This Train too. I love that song. Oh my God. Like those songs I be singing them. I just be, oh child. Yes. Anyway, yeah, that's last time I cried was Sunday. Um, do you think intimacy is important? Yes. And not just like in a sexual way, but just being able to look at that person, even if they're your friend. Because you can be intimate with your friend and not go sexually. Like sometimes you can look at somebody and y'all know what each other thinking and talking about. Um, and it doesn't have to go any further. You know, to me, that's like one of the most sexy and exotic and erotic things in the world. To have someone be intimate with you and never touch you. Like never put a finger on you. Never touch you with any part of their body. But they can be spiritually intimate with you. Um, they can be emotionally intimate with you and never have to touch you. And that's one of the most sexiest things in the world to me. Would you date a celebrity? I wouldn't necessarily call him a celebrity. I dated a football player before. Yeah, I dated a professional football player before. And I think I mentioned that. I mentioned that when me and Jordan was in a vlog on my main channel. I never told you guys who, and I never will because I respect his privacy. I didn't even nobody, but the only people that even knew I was dating him when we was dating was my immediate family, like my mom, my children, my brother, niece, stuff like that. But yeah, I dated a professional. Actually, I dated a Saints football player. I'm gonna say, yeah, I dated a Saints football player. He's no longer a Saints football player. This was some years ago. Um, and my cousin did as well. My cousin dated a Saints football player as well, and she actually had a child for him. And her son is now, oh my God, he's Deontay is 26. My cousin should soon be making 30. Yeah. So yeah. So that's not too odd, especially when you live where you live. Because like they say, not all of them are considered. They don't want to consider themselves as being famous because it's not like people think when they first get signed on, unless you like the quarterback or the top running back and stuff like that. You don't come in with that much money when you come in right out of college. You ain't coming in with all that money, so it ain't like people think. But it's not a famous thing, and it wasn't about money. I met him through his cousin, and he was real cool, and we still real cool. Me and Jordan have this ongoing joke. Like that's my brother now. He's my brother. We talk all the time. Um, yeah, and he's very happy for me. He's very happy for me, and I'm very happy for him because we're bro. You know, like that's my brother. We just knew things that he wanted I didn't want because he wanted me to relocate, um, and I didn't want to have to take my kids from school at that time. And like I said, it was never about money or nothing. I just know I wasn't about that city life, and I wasn't a city girl, and he really wasn't a country boy. He loved the city life, and but that's one of my besties now. Like that's still my road dog, my homeboy. Like Jordan say, that's his brother-in-law. That's my brother. Um, but he real cool. We still a kick it. When he come down here, we can still kick it. Um, yeah. So, what is the most unusual place you've ever fallen asleep? That kind of goes back to him. He had a party. Oh God, some years ago. It was a Christmas Eve party, some years and years ago. Um, and I had went to it, and when it was at his place, and I had went to it, and when I woke up, I was on his like I guess you call it like a little balcony area. But we would sleep on the balcony area in the chairs, and we don't know how we got there. We don't. But we was dressed. We was fully dressed. So Shemina out of there, we was fully dressed. But yeah, yeah, that was the weirdest place. That's why I don't drink because when I drink, I'll go to sleep. I get so aggravated, annoyed, and sleepy. But yeah, um, that's still my mama still say that's her boy. Yeah, but I miss him. I miss him from playing football, but he doesn't play anymore. He's retired. He's been retired for a while. What is your idea of a perfect date? Um, I have never had a date before, and this is gonna sound really weird, you guys. I've never had a perfect date. I've always had this vision or fantasy, I guess you could say, about like a beach date setup. And even though, yes, I do live off the beachfront, I have never done that, but that's always something that I wanted to do. But I don't want to do it here. I want to do it like at a destination and just have like, you know, the little setup with the tiki things and the candles and just like by the ocean side type date. Um, that's something that I've always wanted to do. Um, or even the snow, like a date in the snow, like a cabin and stuff like that. So one of the two, either a beach destination type date or like at a cabin, because I want to go skiing and stuff like that. So yeah, um, y'all learning a lot about me today. I'm trying to keep track on time. Y'all really learning a lot about me. Um, that's so crazy. Okay, have you ever been, or have you ever been a side chick, or have you ever had a side dude or a side chick? Okay, women's health. Yes, I have definitely been a side chick. I have been cheated on. I did not know I was a side chick because if I knew I was a side chick, but no. Cause side chicks now get a lot of them get more. No, I don't know. A lot of them get more time than the regular woman. But I didn't know I was a side chick. I didn't plan to be a side chick. Didn't want to be a side chick. But yeah, I was a side chick. I was the main chick and he had side chicks. I was the side chick to the other side chick. I think at some point we all could have been. Have I ever had a side dude or have I ever had a side chick? Um, I've never had a side chick. I've had female friends, but I've never had a side chick. No, there's too much trouble. So much trouble for all of that. I'm sorry. Like this is new age. This 2021. Like it's like everybody about it for me. But I've had female friends that I knew and coming up in school and college and stuff. But I've never had a side chick, and I've never had a side dude because when I was younger, like, and this is why I say if more people are this way and honest, we wouldn't have to deal with what we deal with. But if you in a monogamous relationship, it's you and that person. That's all it is. Like I said, I have never cheated on anybody I've been with. I don't deal with it. I don't want it in my life. I'm not going to give it to nobody. But if you're young and you're in high school or you're in college and y'all are just friends and y'all know y'all are just friends and y'all see other people, not sexually or nothing like that, you just go on random dates. That's what you're supposed to do. You're young. You're getting to know yourself and who you like and who you are and, you know, who you like to be with. So I wouldn't say that I had side dudes because they knew about each other, but I was friends. You know, we was all just friends and just went out on, you know, random dates. It's like people don't date anymore. They don't court anymore. They just wanted to just jump into it. You my man, you my woman, and then it don't work out and he done cheated, you done cheated. Nobody got time for that. So no, I never had a side chick, but I've had friends, males and free females back in the day. Oh, yeah. Oh wow, these questions are crazy. Okay. Married, engaged, or not? Do you believe in threesomes that they're good, bad, or enhance your relationship? I do not believe in threesomes, period, point blank, because it can get sticky. And I don't care if you just dating this person, if you with this person, if y'all married, ain't no shade, no nothing. Hey, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes your liver quiver, do it. But for me, myself, because it can get sticky, because it can backfire on you, the girl can bring home another girl for her dude, and either that girl can like your dude more, your dude can like you, her more, or the dude want your woman to bring somebody home and she might end up liking that girl more and she leave you, then the dude gonna be in their feelings. So just let all that be, leave all that alone. And if you want to be with somebody, break up with who you with. But if you into that and y'all both on the same page and y'all both like threesomes, whether two men, a girl, a guy, hey, like I said, whatever makes y'all live equivalent, you know, hey, do it. But for me, no. For Jordan, no. I speak for him. I've said it. He said it. No, we more than enough for each other. Plus nobody will be able to handle neither one of us because we both crazy. It's enough craziness with just me and him to get a third person involved will be way too much. And who got time for that? Who got time to keep up with? I look at it like this. I don't have time to keep up with nobody else. I got enough time for just my kids, my mama, and Jordan. I ain't got time for nobody else. I'll get too confused. I've been said the wrong name, then text the wrong person, call the wrong person. My mind ain't what it used to be. I just don't have time. I don't have time for it. I ain't got time for all that. I don't have time for all that. It just takes too much trouble. No. But I know this is a new day, a new age, but I just don't have time. I don't have time for no entanglements or no quadrupleness or no, I ain't got time for all that stuff. It's just too much. Like, half the time, I don't want to answer my phone when my kids call. It's time that me and Jordan be on the phone that I be like, okay, I'll talk to you later. Mm-hmm. So, no, I'm good. Um, have you ever dated someone and thought about why did I do that? Yes, I did. Um, I look back on a lot and be like, Lord, what was I thinking? Was you giving me signs and I was ignoring them? Yeah, I think back a lot like, child, what the heck? What's going on in your life that you felt this is what you needed to do? So yeah, I have. Um, I can't answer that question. That's way too personal. I don't want y'all to know that much about me. Let me see. Oh my God. In a relationship, do you think it's important to role play? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I can say if you're dating this person and if y'all into role playing, cool, but y'all both need to know that y'all role playing. Don't just be dating this person. I mean, just somebody you date, like my kids' age. Don't be dating this person and they don't know you role playing and you say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing and they don't know. So y'all both need to know if y'all are dating. Yes, I think it's fun. And I mean role play as far as like you calling them, texting them, being like, hey, babe, what's up? You got a girlfriend or you got a man? Because if y'all notice, sometimes Jordan do that. He do that on my TikToks. He do that on my channel sometime. And it's fun. It's funny because I'm going to give him the answer he don't want because I'm different. And I'll be like, no, I ain't got a man. Or I'll be like, yeah, but he crazy. Certain things like that. Um, I just believe in date and still dating your significant other. Anything y'all did when y'all first got together that caught y'all eye, that had that spark, continue to do it. How what you do to get them, hold on to that. Just hold on to that. Things are gonna change. And I know I get people that say, you enjoying y'all just still kind of doing y'all relationship and y'all not married yet, so you gonna see it's gonna change. Oh, I know a lot's gonna change in marriage. Like I said, I've never been married before, but I have been dating. I'm 43 years old, so I'm not new. I'm gonna be 43, so I'm not new to the whole life. I know where I'm at. And I know when we get married, a whole lot of stuff is going to be different and changing. We both know that. We know it's going to be a whole lot of hard work. But we're the kind of couple that love to have fun. And we drive off each other's sanity. We drive off of each other's insanities. Um, we do things to poke at each other, to get each other upset, to get a rise out of each other. It's like the things, what we have in common is so crazy. And a lot of people can't deal with us. Yes.
I got a day off at school today.
Why?
We're out of school.
Why?
We're out of class.
Why?
Because the internet went down. They
But
can't get it back up.
I told you that a few minutes ago, but I said she's going to tell y'all when it come back up.
Yeah. And she said the internet's down.
Okay, go back in your room.
So she ended the meeting.
Okay, go back in your room.
Okay.
Go eat. So, yeah. So, anywho. And like I said, we make each other laugh a lot. Now, we get on each other's nerve. We do. We get on each other's nerve. We're going to get into that in a whole nother video because I know I've had someone ask me how do we keep our relationship going being long distance from my point of view. So I am going to do a video talking about that because we work each other's nerve. This past Sunday, I made him so mad because he made me so mad about the football game. Let's see. What else? Would you ever date your boss? I actually dated my boss back when I was working at one of the nursing homes. And it was a assisted living. It was an assistant care living facility. That's when I was currently in school for my LPN at that time. And I know this doesn't matter, but he was Indian, and I got along with his family really well. His sister and everybody, I got along with them really well. But he was so overprotective and possessive, not in a physical way, but it's like he wanted me to dress a certain way. He loved the fact that I didn't wear makeup or nothing, but he wanted me to dress a certain way. And when we would go out, it was certain criteria that he had. And I just couldn't get down with that. Like, but he was real cool. Otherwise, like when we weren't dating, it was cool. But if we was dating, yeah. And that was different for me. Like that was before I think Alicia was 4, 5. Alicia was 4. Alicia was 4 years old at the time when I met him. Well, we started dating because I worked for him like 4 years before we started dating. Yeah, and it wasn't awkward at all. Like it really wasn't. It didn't affect my job at all because at work it was work, and we was both the same age. He had his own company at that young of an age, and his dad owned a lot of casinos still in Nevada. But he was real cool, old person. Never forget that. Um, let's see. Hmm. Do you or will you work for your best friend? No, I would not. The reason I say that because I don't want to mess up my friendship. I don't want to work with Jordan because he's very meticulous when he's in the kitchen. Doing those cooking videos when he's recording, y'all don't know what I gotta go through. Because he's like how I am with cleaning is how he is in the kitchen cooking. Like everything has to be precise and measured in this way and that way. And he'll be like, do it this way. Move out the way. Stand to the side. Do this, do that. And I'm like, hold on, shorty. This my channel. It's a Alisha Southern Crew, not Jordan Southern Crew. And I get the whole compromise, but this is what I tell him. I said, look, you can cook. I have everything out the way you want. But I got this editing thing. I got this. I know how to hold a camera. I know my angles. You let me do my thing. You let me do my producing. And I just need you to be the Emerald or the Rachel Ray or the Guy Fieri or whoever you want to call it. You cook and I'll do this. Because I'm very strong willed and he is too. And he'd be like, dang, I like when you talk to me like that. And I'm like, boy, go and cook so we can get back to this. Yeah, that's really how we are. Like what y'all see, our attitude, how y'all see us is really how we are when the cameras is out. We like that all the time. Mama shake her head. Mama M shakes her head. Mama E be like, get him, baby girl. And she told me that he needed someone to, and I want to quote her right, he needed someone that can, she didn't say maintain. He needed someone that can match him. Because he's so high strung. So he needed that. Somebody that can calm him down when he needs to be calm and hype him up when he needed to be hyped. And yeah, she was like, he definitely needed that. So she be getting baby girl. And like I say, mama just shake her head. But we do want to work together. But it'll be an equal partnership and not I'm working for him or he's working for me kind of thing. But we won't hire the kids because I know the kids wouldn't deal with it. Riri was like, I cannot work for him. Yeah. So, what's on my bucket list? Oh my goodness. Let's see. What's on my bucket list? I want to go to Australia, as I said before. I want to go to the mountains. I want to go skiing. Um, I want to go to the Grand Canyon and take the family. Like all of this is like family stuff that I want to do. I want to ride on an elephant. I want to go to a safari because I want to see all of the exotic animals and stuff. Two things that your significant other either do not know or have not seen you do yet. he has never personally heard me sing, like sing to him. He's heard me sing before, like on the phone or something, or maybe if I was in the shower or whatever. When he hasn't seen me like really dance. Like now, when I was drunk for my mama, but when not drunk, when I was tipsy for my mama, boy, that wasn't dancing. That was just me letting loose, and I was tipsy, and I just was just out there, just out there crazy. But he haven't, and he haven't heard me sing like that. But he gonna get a chance to see it at our wedding and at our reception. And he might be like, girl, I ain't know you had all them moves like that. But yeah, now he haven't seen that, but he will see it at the wedding. He gonna see it at the reception. And when we go on our honeymoon, when we out and about, oh, he gonna see. He gonna be like, okay then, cause we really haven't chance to like, we haven't had a chance to like go out and party. But oh yeah, he's definitely gonna see a whole nother side of Alicia that he has not seen and y'all have not seen. Um, Cause I'm always gonna be a lady in the streets. I'm always gonna be in my faith, but I'm still a woman. I still know how to have a good time. I still know how to enjoy myself, y'all. Um, but I know how to carry myself as well. And it's a time and a place for everything. And it's a time and a place to have fun and enjoy yourself too. But yeah, he haven't had a chance to see that yet, but he will. What is one thing that scares you most? Clowns. I cannot stand clowns. I am deathly afraid of them. I will beat you down if you come to me with a clown costume or something on. I will fight you. Like I will fight you until I see blood for real. Um, are you very active on social media or you prefer to be private? Even though I have a YouTube platform, I am very private. So much so that I'll snap, but I snap only certain things. On IG, I only post certain things. Facebook, I don't do. And YouTube, you only know a little bit about me. You really don't know a lot about me. I'm a very, very private person. Um, yeah. Who is one person? Who is one person as a female friend you wish you would have met earlier in life, and a male friend you wish you would have met earlier in life? With my female, as far as females, I really do wish that Cecilia and I would have met like when we was teenagers. Yeah, she's one. She's really one person that I wish I would have met her at an earlier stage in life. And I know that all things happen for a reason and for a purpose, and God has everything for His time. But she's one person that I wish I would have met earlier in life, as a female. And as far as a guy, it would have to be Jordan, because, and I told him that, and he told me that, like, God, why couldn't I have not met you years ago? And I say that not because, like, he say if we could have met earlier, we would have been married and had a whole bunch of kids. We would have had 10. I'm like, child, that ain't my reason. If I would have met him, I knew things would have been so much different. Yeah, we would have had kids, but because of his lifestyle, then it was like he did a lot of music. And like I said, I'm such a tomboy, so the things he was into, like going out on boats and fishing and rapping and art, like the music, like stuff like that, because I love that. You guys don't know that about me, but I love to sing, and I love knowing about music and getting into like stuff like that. I love that. I am such the artsy type person, and like that little almost thug side. And I knew Cecilia would have fit into that lifestyle. Like all of us just would have fit into that lifestyle, because we really do have so much in common. But I didn't meet them until my 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 mature adult life. But all things happen for a reason. But yeah, those would be two people that I would definitely would have loved to grow up with. Um, well, yeah, yeah. But I wouldn't have talked to Jordan back then. I would have, and I told him that I would definitely not have talked to him back then, because he would have been one of them people that would have been like a friend, like my guy best friend. But I wouldn't have been interested in him during that time, um, because that's just not where I was in my life. Like, yeah, he was a different person. I was a different person. Back then, I was into the country white boys and the um, Italian stallion kind of guys and stuff like that, like them Irish boys and yeah. Yeah, that's what I was into back then. I wasn't into them church. I wasn't into them church boys because them church boys was a mess. If y'all ever date, because I used to date this guy, and we're still friends now. Believe it or not, I used to date him, and his dad was a minister. His dad still is a minister at this church up the street, but he was the biggest. He was just a, them minister boys. They be the biggest pimps because they daddy be the biggest pimps. So yeah, I wasn't into them church boys back then. Well, that's it, y'all. I hope y'all learned a lot about me and got to dive into my little past a little bit. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all would like for me and Jordan to do a Q&A when he get here, definitely leave it in the description. I mean, in the comment section, saying that y'all would like for us to do a Q&A, and y'all can submit y'all questions. So when he get here, he'll be here in 2 weeks. So when he get here, we'll have all the questions and we can do a Q&A for you guys. I know y'all wanted the kids to do one. It'll have to be the next holiday because it's just been crazy busy. And now with them back in school, it's been a lot. But we're going to get them to do a Q&A. I already did one with all the kids, so I'm not going to do another one. But as far as me and Jordan, we can do a Q&A for y'all. So if y'all would like to see that and get to know a little bit, like I said, I don't answer any personal questions, but fun questions and like adult questions, stuff y'all want to know about, like do I get aggravated with the kids, stuff like that. What do I do, like real life stuff? I'll answer all that. But yeah, but I hope y'all enjoyed it and appreciate it. I hope I didn't keep y'all too long. But I thought this was fun, y'all. This was real fun to do, and I have another one that I will be doing, and it's just more like basic questions and answers and stuff that I wasn't tagged to do, but I seen it, so I want to do it. I think that'll be fun as well. But I'm gonna do that as a sit down mukbang. So yeah, but I enjoyed it, you guys. So now I gotta get to work, and Philip will be going back on his Zoom, and I got some work that I gotta do on my main job. Today was less hectic. It's Tuesday, so I don't have a full day today, but tomorrow and Thursday will be. So I love you guys. I will see y'all later. Y'all have a great day. Stay in y'all peace, y'all joy. Because like I tell y'all, nobody gave it to y'all, so nobody can take it from y'all. Stay safe. And we'll see y'all later. Later, y'all.